Right, guys, hope you're awesome. Again, you made a smart decision. So what we're going to go through is the 9 reasons why you can't lose fat. You're struggling, wherever you've been training, or again, you're new to this game now, you can't sort of figure this out. So just going to run through it and see what sort of, if any of these are sort of apply to you and what we can do about them. So again, there's a few pictures here, guys, just the transformations we've had. But cool, let's get into it. Right, number 1. So first of all, again, you're impatient. So I know, again, perhaps that might not be the thing you want to hear straight away, because everyone wants results quick, fast. But again, all it is about sort of that long-term gain. Okay, it's not about you might be in quick fixes, or you've been through stuff. Your mates are doing stuff, whatever, losing like all this amount of weight in a week, doing Weight Watchers, Slimming World, all these different things. So again, it's all about rapid sort of weight loss, basically. A quick fix is over like 7 days, 14, 21 days. Okay? And after this, because it's such a sort of extreme, so strict, so restrictive, you go, like most people go back, they binge and go back to the original way of eating. So it's unsustainable. And then obviously after that binge, you put a pile of weight back on and you're back to square one, okay? So again, it's unsustainable and you go on a roller coaster. So it's shit, basically, okay? So yeah, you do something for like a few weeks, whatever. You realise it's too tough. You eat sort of again, go and eat the pizza, some cookies, some ice cream. Put weight back on. Then a few weeks, few months later, you realise, shit, I need to do something again. Go exactly into the same thing. Quick fix, 7-day detox, whatever. Anything like that. And yeah, you restrict yourself, cut the calories, like, or change yourself too quickly. And then the same thing happens over and over again. It's just a yo-yo effect. So with this game, guys, you've got to be sort of have a bit of patience in terms of when you start yourself up. Again, look at the long term, like 6-month goals, like a year goals, where you want to be, just small sort of steps, instead of trying to sort of again, a big difference all at once, because you didn't gain the weight, didn't get in this position in a week. It's over years, so don't try and fix it in a week. Okay, it's going to take time, because again, like, so if you speak to anyone who's in good shape, they've been training for most of their life. Like, I've been training well over sort of like 8 to 10 years, basically, always consistently hitting that gym. Don't expect results overnight. Cool. So number 2, you fire all your bullets at once. Right, what does this mean? So like a lot of people do, like a lot of guys I speak to, like, should I be doing this, blah, blah, blah. You do like too much too soon, basically, okay? So you start, like it says in the bullet points, you start using like fat burners, you start cutting carbs, you start like HIIT training, you start empty stomach cardio, you stop dropping calories too soon. All these different things, guys, okay? You do too much at once, because I know you want to speed things up, do all this. But at the start, again, changing a few habits, getting your nutrition on point, getting your training sorted, this will make a hell of a difference, okay? This will make one hell of a difference. I'll just change this. Yeah, so just tweaking your diet, getting out and back, eating better foods, eating the right amount, on a daily basis, training sort of, again, consistently 3-4 times a week, intensely and progressively each week. This will make a fucking huge difference, guys, okay? You don't need to worry about too much of fat burners, again, or adding stuff in right at the start, okay? Add these in when you plateau, when you stall. Because if you sort of do all this at once, when you stall, you've got nowhere to go, you've got no room to maneuver, because your body's adapted and there's nothing else to go. So again, at the start, even for the first few months, guys, just get your nutrition on point to get your training intensity up, and sort of consistently, okay? And that'll produce some great results. Next, your magic pill. So many, again, like sort of, obviously you see this now, again, with social media, with sort of all these different things out there. There's all these different, like, new supplements, new different ways to do this, all, like, the telly commercials, all these different ways. All people searching for that magic pill. Something is they're gonna find something, whether it's a pill, whether it's a workout, whether it's something, that's gonna sort of, they're gonna be able to do it, and get amazing results without any work, okay? Without doing any of the hustle, any of the grind, any of the hard work, okay? Doesn't happen. Doesn't fucking happen. Doesn't exist. The only magic pill is hard work, okay? Because people are searching for the best fat burning program, the best sort of fat burning diet, okay? All these different things, the secrets, these magic pills. Again, obviously we got some like some tricks up our sleeves and sort of more advanced techniques, but at the end of the day, there's no sort of it all comes back to hard work, okay? Consistently hard, doing some hard work in your diet, in your training every single day, okay? Because that's what moves you forward. Getting sleep on time, eating enough water, drinking enough water, getting your training session done, nailing nutrition for the day, doing this on a consistent daily basis, doing this hard work. That's what makes a difference, okay? So there's training, again, there's food and how you eat and how you train. It's just like the ratios that dictate the result, basically, okay? Cool. So number 4, no one on your back. So again, this is a big one as well. Like you lose motivation because you got people going to the gym or perhaps they know what to do, but there's no one on your back. Okay, you're not accountable to anyone, and you keep asking yourself why you fall off the wagon, basically. So again, a classic example: you come home for a long day of work, whatever. You're tired. You come home. Do you go to the gym or not? If you don't go to the gym, no one cares. Like if you talk to your partner and stuff, they'll just say, "Oh yeah, oh don't worry about it, just go tomorrow." But if again you know in the back of your mind you should get it done, you need to get it done. If there was someone there like checking up on you, you'd get it done. Okay, same with your diet as well. If you if you know someone's checking up on you, you'd have perhaps a chicken instead of the full-on pizza. All these different things, and on the weekend, so there's no one on your back. So you need like check into someone like get some photos done. Pick a day, pick a Monday, pick a Friday, whatever. Take some photos, do some measurements, or look in the mirror, see where you're at. What have we done this week? You check in. Or the other way is pay someone like myself, another coach, whatever, to hold you accountable, get your body fat checked, get your photos in, be on your back 24/7 to make sure you're doing the work. Okay, so that's the big one. That's why guys they know what to do. They go to the gym when they feel like. They eat what they feel like when they want. But there's no real progress or big results because they're not fully committed and there's no one checking in them. It's like in school, if you had homework, you know when it had to be in by, you know when if it was getting checked. If it wasn't done and if it wasn't handed in, someone would be on your back and you'd probably end up in detention or whatever. Same with this, guys. You need someone on your back, okay? So, number 5, slow metabolism. I don't know, perhaps it is, perhaps people do have slow metabolisms, but people again, try and justify their lack of results now, all these different things for like your metabolism, your thyroid, different genetics or something. Perhaps there's the big bone and stuff. And I know my mother's loves the underactive thyroid. But before looking at if you've been doing the work, so again you can say I hear people say especially women, must be this, must be that. Before even look at if they're not inconsistent in their training and their eating. Okay, so again, this is just a justification, just blaming something else instead. So are you doing this? You blaming your metabolism? You must have one of these metabolisms. You must have bad genes. You can't get it. Whereas all you need to do is look back, perhaps over the last 6 months. Look back at what you've done. How many times you've been to the gym? What have you been eating? How many times have you been out on the piss? All these different things. Be honest with yourself. Is it metabolism or is it just I haven't done the work? That's what you got to look at. Because people jump too soon to justifications and blame other things, basically, apart from their own they didn't do the work. Number 6, too many calories. So obviously this is just a basic one. It makes sense, but it's something you need to look at that a lot of people don't do. Okay, only again people that I work with, and again I perhaps 1% of people actually know this. So you're taking too many calories in comparison to how many you burn. So this is just obviously the basic 101 of weight loss. So again, if you've got the maintenance calories there, if you eat underneath that, then obviously, and you exercise as well, you're going to start burning calories. So over the week, over the month, you start losing fat. But obviously, if you're eating above this maintenance and not training enough or whatever, you're going to obviously gain weight. Okay. So what we need to work out is how many calories you're going to need on every day to hit your goals, basically, for your age, for your weight, for your height. And for your activity levels, how many calories you need, and then it's a case of knowing that number and then trying to either get underneath it or get above it in terms of if you're gaining muscle or losing fat. Okay, so that's what we need to work out. Because even if you're eating clean, even eating clean like chicken and rice, all these different things, whatever, fruit, or lots of carbs, You think eating clean or like decent sort of sources of food, but again, if you're still eating too many calories, your body doesn't give a fuck. If it's too much coming in, it's going to be stored as fat, and you're going to maintain or if not gain weight. Okay, so that's what we need to look at. Calculate how much you know is you got a tangible number. Because again, even if you're eating paleo and stuff, even if you eat a bag of nuts, that's over 1,000 calories. That's a hell of a lot. And that's going to jump you right up. So you think eating clean, doing all this, but again, you've got like sort of the big sort of like your nuts, a lot of fruit, or lots of different things. If you get over that calorie intake that you need for the day, you're not going to lose any weight. You're going to maintain, or if not, gain any weight. So that's a big thing. Just get some calculators on Google, chuck it in, and so find out how many you're going to need every single day. Okay, and then work from there. Number 7, again, changing too much at once. So this goes sort of relates back to the earlier one we talked about doing find all your bullets at once. So changing too much at once. So change one to two habits at a time. That's what I work for. So when people start, like someone started last week and they sort of, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Don't worry. Just do one, like give me 1 to 2 goals you're going to achieve this week, okay? And that's it. Again, change one thing at a time. Otherwise, you take on a huge chunk. You try and swing a home run, and then you find it unsustainable. Okay, so again, you want to change all this? Well, let's go for it. But 2-3 weeks down the line, you are hating life because you've taken on too much at once, and it's too much your body to take on. It's too much of a transition. So better off just changing 1 to 2 things. So if you're starting out now, just set yourself a goal of perhaps training 2 to 3 times this week. Okay, getting 3 workout sessions. If you're eating a shit, just cut back and sort of perhaps instead of eating sort of 3 like takeaways a day or 4 takeaways a week, I'll have 2 this week instead of trying to cut it all out at once. Perhaps cut it in half. Make this little change, stick to it for a few weeks, then change it again. Okay, that's what you need to do. This consistency, this sort of swinging singles, just little things every single week, and it compounds on itself over time. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Small things, prove to yourself you can do it, you can stick to it, become part of your lifestyle, and then again, obviously change from there. Okay, so instead of trying to change the whole world in a few days, just change 1 to 2 things. Whether it's drinking water, just if you drink water, try and go from like nothing just to 1 liter, then perhaps to 2 liters, so on and so forth. Right, number 8. This is a big one as well. They're all big, actually. Your circle. So who are you associating yourself with? Your circle of friends, your circle of influence. Because all this has a huge effect on the choices you make, whether you go to the gym, what types of foods you eat, if you're going out all the time, whatever. So yeah, it's having that support group and positive environment. People are sort of perhaps going to give you sort of the right support, like make you do the right things. So again, so like the people you surround yourself with, your mates. So if they're always smoking, always drinking, always having a takeaway, it's going to be very hard for you to break out of that and go to the gym and perhaps eat some vegetables or whatever. Basically, okay, it's going to be hard for you because that's not the habits of the people you surround yourself with. The people you sort of work with, they don't train and you go to the gym, you're probably going to get a bit of stick off them. I remember when I first started, again, people I was hanging around with, you'd have the mick take, now you have the piss take, because again, it's not doing what, you're doing something different to what they're doing. They don't like it because it's showing their shortcomings. So you need to sort of look at sort of who you're associating yourself with. So if you're going to the gym, perhaps find and connect with people who are in the gym with you, like sort of like-minded people who make the same sort of choices, who want to sort of not get absolutely trashed all weekend. Okay, you can still drink and make progress, but this is the obviously other end of the scale in terms of getting smashed. I'm on like a 3-day bender every weekend. Okay, you're not gonna get abs. Plain and simple. No, I haven't got a magic wand for that. So you need to think of who you associate yourself with. Are people going to like pick you up when you're feeling down, or are they just all negative people? They they hate life, can't be arsed, hate their jobs, whatever. Obviously, that's not the sort of mentality and not sort of the sort of environment you want to be in. So that's what we try and sort of conjure with my coaching programs. We also like-minded people. Again, there's really a positive environment. People who sort of uplift each other, really push each other, and so when everyone's like people are down, they lift them up, and all these so you always got that support, people to network with, who are going for the same pain and same joys as you, basically. So that's a big one. So your circle. So evaluate who you spend your time with. Number 9. Again, no action. Okay, huge one. Huge one. Because again, coming towards the end of the year, your last quarter, with 9 months, what have you done? Have you just been thinking about it? Have you been putting it back, putting it off, procrastinating? If, like I said, action is what sort of delivers results, basically. Execution, application, action. If you're reading something, getting something done, you're thinking about it, you need to take action. That's the only thing that produces results. Thinking about training doesn't automatically mean you train, okay? Thinking about going to the gym is not the same as going to the gym and doing some workout. So you keep thinking about it, but you don't start, okay? So that's the biggest thing that you need to get over. So when you're watching this, I encourage you, I'm telling you to do something today that you've been putting off for a while, or you need to step up your game, basically. If you've been putting off, and it's something you know you need to do, and you've been telling yourself some sort of bullshit story about, hey, I haven't got time, or blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. You know in your head you've got time. You know, like I said, it's just a matter of priorities. Just 10 minutes, that's all it takes. Just do some press-ups, do a run, something to start. Take some action, okay? Because that's the only thing that produces results, okay? Action. Again, there's so many people with knowledge, so much, like, you can read all the men's health magazines you want, all these different things. But again, if you get a workouts emailed to you, whatever, you're not doing anything with them, nothing's going to happen. And again, you can go through all like the 8 I've just sort of listed there. Number 9, again, doesn't matter. If you're not taking action, nothing's going to happen. I've been in this position for years, guys. I only realised that when I actually started taking action, like imperfect action as well, and just doing something, that's when the results in the game stage started changing for me, okay? So guess today, or when you're watching this, start taking some action. Start doing something. Get to the gym if that's what you've been thinking about or putting off. Like prepping your meals if that's what you haven't been doing, or be pushing stuff back, or commit to something. Commit to doing something different, like so we're reaching out for someone for help. Cool. So that's the 9, guys. And then following on from here, like I said, if you need help now, perhaps you've gone through there and I've highlighted shit. Al, this is where I'm at, mate. Like I said, you really hit the nail on the head. Because this is what I work with every single day, guys just like yourself, okay? So what I want to do, I want to offer you just a free, again, a bit of a blueprint now for the last 90 days of the year, just to sort of map out how we can sort of change, basically, how we can sort of finish this year strong. So you've got to find out exactly where you are now, okay? What you've been doing, what lies you've been telling yourself, like what all this bullshit's been going on. And then we got to sort of dig deep. Then we can sort of find out where you're at, and becomes the motivation and power. Then you can find out where you want to go. Like, where do you want to go now? What do you want to achieve? I'm not talking about sort of like just, I want to get fitter, I want to build some muscle. Where do you want to go? What do you want to look like? How do you want to feel? How much sex do you want? How confident do you want to be? How much energy you want? All these different things. That's what you want, basically. Okay? And then obviously what we need to do to get there. Okay? So really map it out and see what you need to do to get to that goal. Okay? Because that's the most important. Again, everyone builds goals, but no one achieves them because they don't know what the fuck to do, and they don't know where they started. So that's our sort of a little bit different. No one, get really honest, get real raw, because we need to sort of expose your current reality to, and that's what generates a motivation. Because when you realise where you are and where you want to go, and you've got the steps lined out, all you have to do is follow the map. The game changes, and results come. So transform in the next 90 days, and you're going to finish that year strong. Okay, no matter what's happened no matter like the last 9 months of the year, whatever's happened. That's a different year. That's the past. Obviously, you got to look at stay in the present now, and how can you change? How can we change? What do you need to do different? So fill in that form below, your name, your phone number, blah blah blah. Again, we only have 5 of these available, guys. Because obviously I'm going to spend a lot of time with you on the call. We want to really map it out and sort of see if I can help you, okay? So there's only 5 available. Again, you need to sort of act now. Again, if it's something you've been following me for a while, or if something you've been putting off, then now's the time. Going back to number 9, take action, okay? We're going to jump on a call, okay? That's all you need to do. If that's what's standing between you and changing your life, then you need to do it. You need to opt in now, okay? Right, so that's my sort of 9 reasons why you can't lose fat. And obviously, if you need help, fill in that form below, guys. Any help, just reach out. I'll catch you soon. Cheers.